So I have something a little shocking to tell you. It's going to be the biggest mistake you're currently making in your business. And it's that you love your job too much. I know it totally sounds crazy, but hear me out. This is one of the most important revelations you will have as a business owner who is attempting to transition from that employee mindset all the way up into that entrepreneur mindset, or what we call here at Ask April Porter, the infinite franchisee mindset. So many times, business owners are looking at swag, which we talk about here all the time, right? Sanity, wealth, and gratitude. And how do you bring sanity, wealth, and gratitude? Well, many business owners are looking at it in terms of what is right in front of you, right? We all know that saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. What does that mean? Well, it means that you are so bombarded, you are so surrounded by the things that are right in front of you that you cannot judge the distance between where you are and actually coming out of the forest. You can't see how big the forest is. You can't see the potential inside the forest, or maybe the potential that is just 3 feet to your left because you're so focused on the trees right in front of you. And that can be the case when it comes to swag. The idea of swag is a beautiful idea, bringing sanity and wealth and gratitude to your life through business. And that's an important distinction. It's about how do you seize the life that you want. So you might be sitting there saying, well, what I want out of life is I want to love what I do for a living. Okay, I totally get that. But let's take 3 steps back for a moment and let's talk about what you were focused on when you decided to become a business owner. When you decided, I just had this wonderful conversation with a client this week, and we were talking about the fact that she is a specialist in her profession, and she used to work, it's a medical profession. She used to work inside of a clinic before starting her own business in the same field. And in that job, she was unsatisfied. She wasn't happy. She didn't like what she was doing anymore. Now, at the time when she would be spending time with the patients, what's right in front of her, she found she did enjoy those moments, right, where she's talking with the patients. But overall, she was sick of the drudgery. She was sick of the all day, every day, being on somebody else's schedule, not having any creative freedom or decision making freedom, not making the money she wanted to make, all the things we talk about that really prompts people to leave their jobs and become a business owner. And like most business owners, she took a look at what was happening and she said, I'm not happy here. I think I'll open my own business. I'm going to open my own business doing the exact same thing, but doing it for myself, being my own boss, having control over my time and my income. That will make me happy. And here we are. And she has all those things. And she's been working her tail off to grow this business. And guess what happened during the time that she's been working her tail off to grow the business? She's been working long hours and all day. She's not been making the income that she really wants to make. She's stuck in the drudgery of like doing menial tasks, driving to each appointment, meeting with the clients. And while she likes her clients, not that she doesn't like her clients, it's just not filling her cup. And as we talked about it, there's this acknowledgement that it wasn't working for someone else that was making her unhappy when she was an employee. It was that in order to make money in the role that she has, you have to work a regular 40-hour week. You have to schedule clients. You even working for yourself in that situation, you're still on somebody else's time frame because you are the service provider. And so what she's now realizing is it's not just becoming the business owner that is going to solve the dissatisfaction with your life and your role. It's figuring out how to create a different life and a different role. And the reality is, it may not be possible doing the thing that you love. Doing the thing that you love may require you to see clients all day. It may require you to work 7 days a week. I had another client who owned a bakery. She loved the bakery. She loved the concept of it. She loved how beautiful the items were in her case. She loved brightening people's days with this offering, and it was a franchise. But she didn't love having to work 7 days a week. She didn't love having to work inside the mall. She didn't love having to open at 10, which meant that waking up, getting the administrative work done before then, and then closing at 9 p.m. when the mall closed, 7 days a week. She didn't like that lifestyle. But so she loved the bakery part. But in order to serve the customers that a bakery serves, she had to be there all day and do all the things. So this is what I mean when your biggest mistake may be that you love your job too much. You love your business too much. And if you truly want to experience swag, you have to be able to separate what is swag from what do you do now. Because swag most likely is not going to be accomplished by doing more of what you're doing now. It's going to be accomplished by scaling. That doesn't mean it can't be done through the business that you own now. It can. But if you're the one doing it, you're not going to reach swag. You have to scale. And you can scale in one of two ways. Number one, you can extract yourself from the day-to-day and you can begin to work overseeing things and have that flexible schedule because you have other people in the business that are doing and completing all the tasks. That's one way to scale. Another way to scale is to find opportunities that take you from here to here in a straight line. Okay, this is your swag. It's kind of backwards for you guys because the mirroring effect of the live. But if your swag's in your right hand and your current day-to-day is in your left hand, you want to get the fastest path to swag. Now, I say a straight line, but because that's really what we're told, right? The fastest route between 2 points is a straight line. But in the sense of business, that may not be the case. That may not be the case. If your swag is here and it includes your sanity and your wealth and your gratitude, and your business requires you to live in chaos, scarcity, which then inevitably produces fear, then we may need to jump over our business in order to grab swag immediately. And that's where you need to start learning how to look for those opportunities that say, if this is the life that you want, here's an avenue to get you to it. It doesn't mean you have to give up your business. It doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing. But if you had a little bit of breathing room, if you had more income that you could count on coming in from something that's giving you sanity, wealth, and gratitude, right? Something that doesn't take away your time. It doesn't add to your mental load. If you have that, would that give you some breathing room on your business side? Would that allow you to maybe hire someone to help you? Would that allow you to take the steps you need to take to help scale that? And then guess what happens? You've got your swag opportunity over here. You've scaled your business to be a swag opportunity, and you have just multiplied that swag lifestyle that you want. So that's what we're talking about today is how do you find those opportunities? How do you recognize that opportunity when it comes along? And then how do you split your focus in order to seize it, right? So number one is if you can't see the forest for the trees, if all you can see is what is right in front of you and what the next day brings or what the next week holds for you or the next event that you have to plan in your business or the next person you have to hire, if those are the things that are at your top of mind all the time, you're going to miss the opportunities that will accelerate you and take you straight to swag because you're going to see them Maybe you may not even see them. You might be so focused on those trees that you don't look the 3 feet to your left and you missed it. But if you do see it, what is going to come to mind for you is, I mean, that looks cool, but I'm too busy for that. I cannot add another thing to my plate right now. I have to hire someone. I have to put on this event. I mean, I have to train these people. I have to order supplies. My to-do list is so long. I cannot put another thing on my plate. What if that other thing is going to 10 times your income? I've talked to a lot of people recently and they've said, I just can't do it right now. I can't do it, even if it's going to 10 times my income. Think about how short sighted that is. And that's not to say that there are certain instances where it's true. You cannot do it. There's something going on in your life or in your business, and you cannot seize an additional opportunity because you can't put another thing on your plate. Those things happen. But is that the truth, or is that a story you're telling yourself because you will not allow yourself to look beyond the trees? And that's the question you have to ask. So one, we can't be looking right at the trees or you're going to miss the opportunity. Two, if you see an opportunity and you're saying, I can't do it right now, take a breath, take a step back and say, what if I did it right now? What if I redirected my time and attention by 10%? Could I seize this opportunity? And if I did, how would my life look different 3 months down the road than it does right now today? The answers may be like, it wouldn't look any different. 10% wouldn't be enough. Then it's not a good opportunity for you, maybe, if 10% is all you have to give. But at least you start asking the right questions to fully evaluate if the opportunity that's 3 feet to your left is going to take you to swag in a year, or your business would take you to swag in 5 years. That's information you want to know, isn't it? And then if that's the case, what do you choose? So many business owners I talk to would say, I would still choose my business all day long because I love it and I built it and I want it to be successful and I want all these things with my business, right? And I get it. That is a sign of potentially being in an employee mindset. Why do I say that? Well, because most people would say, well, if I won the lottery, would you keep doing everything in your business? Most people would say yes, because I love my business and I love what it does and I want to accomplish all these things. The reality is, when you win the lottery, you might keep up with your business for a little bit, but when you really truly realize you don't have to do that anymore, and that there's other ways you can serve people and make an impact without spending your day 7 days a week, all day, every day working, you're going to choose to do some different things. Give yourself that time to think about that. Give yourself some time to really think about, what do you really want out of life? And give yourself the opportunity to not feel forced to subscribe to a belief, okay? Let me go back and kind of explain what I mean by that. You're on autopilot for 90% of your actions throughout the day, and they come from subconscious beliefs that have been embedded in you your entire life. And some of those subconscious beliefs revolve around work, particularly if you grew up as a middle-class American and you saw your parents working like dogs to make everything work inside the household. I saw my mom and my dad hold down 2 jobs. I saw my mom work overtime. I saw my dad traveling like a crazy person for one of his jobs, right? They were constantly working. They still made sure, I don't know how they did it, to be quite honest, but they made sure that we were able to do all of our activities and everything else as well, but they were working. Anytime I think about my childhood, I think about my parents working. That's what I think about, is how hard and how much they worked. That can instill a belief in you that the only path to making money is to work like a dog. And that belief is what's telling you, I can't turn my attention away even 10% or 25% to a potential opportunity that is telling me I don't have to work this hard for money, because I don't believe that's true. And so when you tell me that there's something that will take me to swag accelerated, I think it's too good to be true. And I'm not going to be made a fool of. And so I'm just going to stay over here and keep doing what I'm doing, because I know if I just work hard enough that I will reach my dreams. And here's the reality of it. There's only 24 hours in a day. And if your wage, and it doesn't matter if you're an employee or a business owner, if you're a business owner acting like an employee in your business, then you are working for a wage. And if your wage, let's just play um, let's just play round numbers. If your wage is $100 an hour, then literally the maximum amount of income you can ever make by working is $2,400 a day. That's it. You might say, I would be happy with 24 hours a day. Well, okay, when are you going to sleep? So let's take that down to, I hate doing mental math in front of you guys. That's 16 hours a day. All right. So that's $1,600 a day that you could potentially make. That's if you worked every waking hour that you were up. The maximum income that you will make is $1,600 a day. Now, let's say if you're making $1,600 an hour, you're probably going to say, I don't want to work every hour of my day. I want some time with my family, and I want some time to do the things that I enjoy. Okay, so let's give you an additional 8 hours a day for flexibility and things that you enjoy. Now you're down to $800 a day. So the only way for you to make more income in that philosophy is to say, I'm going to take time away from my family, or I'm going to take time away from sleep. Friends and family, because it's not just about your family. It's about being able to enjoy your life and do the hobbies that you want to do. Okay. So this is the mentality that is holding you back. This is the mentality that is keeping you from swag. This is the mentality that has you more stressed out than ever, that has you making less money than you did when you were working for someone else, and that has you working more hours than you ever did before. Now, I know not everybody on here is in that situation. Some of you have elevated to a business owner mindset or entrepreneur mindset, and you are making great strides. And maybe you have multiple units already and you're overseeing everyone. Maybe you're in an investor mindset and you're like, that's not me at all. What you're saying doesn't make, like, I understand, I've met those people, but that's not me. And to that, I would say, good for you. Congratulations. You're still looking for every opportunity you can to enhance your swag even more and to accelerate your swag even faster. And so, regardless of which group you fall in, I am here today and I'm going to share with you a huge swag accelerator. And it's not a program of mine. It's an opportunity for you to think differently about your business and to actually seize what you want out of life. It's a brand new company. It's launching. The official launch is in November, and it is going to change the world. And it's called Transact Card. How is Transact Card making it so that every single person listening right now can seize swag? Well, because you get a little debit card. Does everybody here have a debit card? How much money do you spend on your debit card every single month? And right now, is your debit card giving you any type of rewards? So far, I haven't met a single person who tells me that their current debit card provides any rewards. Credit cards, yes. Debit cards, no. So now, what if every single time you swiped that debit card, you received the equivalent of a US dollar? With Transact Card, when you buy $100 in gas, you get 100 Z-Bucks. In the Z Club, which is an e-commerce store that has everything that you know and love in it with all the big name brands, you get to go and shop in there. And then you get to apply your Z-Bucks to the item the same as you would a US dollar. Now, I went and looked at my Amex rewards, and I wanted to get a flight for my husband and I for a trip we're taking, and it was going to cost me 500,000 points. 500,000 points for a flight that would really only cost me like 1,000 US dollars. For an item that would cost me 1,000 US dollars in the Z Club, I can put my Z-Bucks towards it And if I put 500 Z-Bucks towards that purchase, it's only going to cost me $500. So it's dollar for dollar. That's crazy. It's so exciting. This is going to double the spending power of all Americans, including all you business owners out there who are not paying yourselves, or you are not paying yourselves what you'd like to earn. So in that one move, getting that debit card, bam, you're closer to swag. But there is another opportunity as well. There is an actual income opportunity associated with this, where it is another revenue stream for you in your business. And by sharing this card and sharing it with your customers or your friends or your family or your community or your network, and providing your link like an affiliate link, then when those people who use your link use the card, you would earn a percentage of every transaction ever swiped on that card. Now, how fast could that move you to swag if you had a whole nother revenue stream coming in to complement what you're doing now in your business? And that revenue stream is working for you over here, not requiring employees, not requiring a storefront, not requiring hours upon hours of open time that you're open and serving customers. And it could help your current clients and customers. Right? So an opportunity like that is one that you can take and you can seize and you can apply to what you're doing right now and accelerate to that swag. So if you want to learn more about that particular opportunity, then you just need to get in touch with us. You can either comment right here on in the thread, or you can reach out to us at escapereporter.com, and we will get you set up with a debit card and with a meeting to understand what the income opportunity would be for you. So that's one opportunity like that to accelerate you to swag. Luckily, I have a few of these up my sleeve that I have cultivated through the relationships I've built in this business world, working with those that are thinking at the entrepreneur and infinite franchisee level, right? The wealthy do not get more wealthy by working more hours. And you can have that same path. You just have to have the opportunity in front of you, and you have to have your eyes open and your ears open to know that it's okay to seize it. Not even okay. You need to have your eyes open and your ears open to investigate if it is the right opportunity for you. That's it. You don't have to grab every opportunity that's in front of you. Just got to pay attention and say, I want all of the information before I assume that it's not something I want to do, or it won't work with what my business is now, or it won't work. It won't get me to swag any faster. The fastest way to swag is working harder right here, right now, right? Let's stop making those assumptions. Let's stop letting our limiting beliefs rule your current life and your future destiny. And instead, let's start getting informed and educated as opportunities come your way, so that you can make the decision that not only makes you happy today in what you're doing, but builds that life that you've been telling yourself you truly want. This was a little bit heavy. This might have, for some people, this might have triggered you a bit. You might be didn't like what you heard. And if that happened to you, that was not my intention. My intention is to get you thinking and to help you really focus in and ask yourself the hard questions, because that's the only way you're going to grow. So I hope to see you in our next live event. You can check that out on our website. And until then, have a great day.